Hey everybody, welcome back to Screamworks Entertainment. Today we're going over Andor episodes 1 through 3. If you support us, please hit a like or subscribe. If you're just stopping by, I really appreciate it. But I gotta say, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan because I think Disney, sucks, and they've completely taken me out of the whole Star Wars universe and story. So I don't really watch too much of anything they put out recently, but I love this show. Like, I watched the first 3 episodes. I thought this was amazing. I really did. I was not expecting too much because I know how their past shows have
Because of
been.
Disney.
Yeah, because of Disney. But this really, like, from
Yeah.
the opening, I was like, "Wow, this is actually, pretty good." And at the opening, when he kills that or both guys, that's when I knew it wasn't your average Disney show.
So, how about we do a spoiler alert claim so we don't ruin it for people?
Yeah, yeah, my bad. Spoils spoils everybody.
Kinda if anybody actually follows your channel, they kinda know that you spoil everything already.
Yeah, yeah, I kinda do everything I talk about. It's
It's
expected of me, you know what I mean?
just so you don't feel the wrath of Star Wars fans,
Alright,
bec
touche.
because Star Wars fans, me being one of them, we can get a little heated sometimes. But yes, this is definitely not your typical kiddie Star Wars show that's been coming out. When you got hookers,
Yes.
throat punches, straight up murder, all in the first what, 15
Yeah, first
minutes?
15 minutes, yes.
Yeah, it sets the theme and it tells you this is an adult themed Star Wars show and it is great.
Yeah, it really is great, and the whole time I'm watching, I'm thinking, "I've seen this guy in another show." I'm like, "I'm pretty sure it's Rogue One," but I can only watch, like, the first, 15 minutes of Rogue One, then I confirmed it
Which,
later that it was.
which is sad because Rogue One is actually pretty
But,
good.
I'm gonna go and watch it since I've
If
watched this
it,
now.
please
Yeah,
do, because if anything, there's a scene at the end with Darth Vader that is completely worth the price of admission for that movie.
really. I just
Yes,
know all
it
the other ones
is.
sucked, the Solo and all the other ones, just what the other episodes that they came out with later, like, I just thought they all, I couldn't sit through them. So
Oh, the new trilogy with Ray and all that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those weren't great. They actually kind of pissed me off a lot, but that's a whole different story. But yeah, Solo wasn't that great, but Rogue One is worth watching. And like I said, for anything, it's just for that. It's maybe a 2 minute Vader clip, but it's just amazing.
Really? Okay, yeah, I'll have to
So
definitely watch
do
it.
yourself a favor, go watch it. If anything, you can probably just find the clip online. If I can find it and just send it to you, but I recommend watching the movie because for one, it's going to give you a little insight because Andor is a prequel to Rogue One.
Yeah, that's what I figured out.
No. Okay. So you're smart enough to figure that part
Yeah. I am. I
out.
am.
All right, good. So you're not completely helpless.
Not completely.
All right, good
Uh,
deal. So I love the opening scene, just the cinematography of it. That alone kills anything that has happened in Rings of Power thus far.
yes.
Their cinematography on this show is well, for one, I like dark and gritty more than bright and all that other crap that Lord of the Rings is doing. But yeah, it definitely sets the tone. It's rainy, it's dark, it's gritty,
The
and
dialogue.
then it goes into it actually has decent
Yeah,
dialogue that you
yeah.
don't want to cringe at.
Yes. That's the first thing I noticed. I was like, "Man, this actually sounds like Star Wars." It
Believable.
sounds believable. It sounds good. Then I thought back to, Rings of Power. I was like, "That doesn't sound believable at all." So, but that's why I think that's why I got into this so easily, 'cause, like, man, this actually sounds believable. It's really good. It's dark. It's gritty. Oh, this is awesome. We got hookers at the beginning. We got uh, what other show does that
Because
on
we know
Disney?
you love hookers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a guy. What can I say?
Yeah, it's good. It's not your typical Disney show, which is a pleasant surprise.
Yeah,
Because the last few, other than The Mandalorian, they haven't put out anything that's been really good
and
until now. But
spoilers. We even have a chick getting laid. I was like, wow, is this Disney we're watching this on? Whoa, this is
well,
something
like I
else.
said, it's an adult themed show, something that we've been begging for a long time.
Yeah, yeah, it's they deliver. Like I love like the characters, the bad guys, the I can't think of his guy's name, the Scottish guy. I thought he was hilarious. I liked him a lot.
Oh, that
Yeah, the
officer
officer.
for the yeah
Yeah, yeah.
the local police kind
I'm
of.
pretty
Did you catch that?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because the blue hats, the boys in blue, local police were.
Did you realize that Sergeant Mosk, uh, the guy who spoke was it Scottish? He's actually
Oh, the Scott.
yeah, the Scott. Yeah, he's actually the same guy who plays the lead miner in Chernobyl.
I did not.
Yeah, I knew him. I was like, man, I know this guy from somewhere. And sure enough, yeah, yeah, it's the same guy. I actually looked it up. It's pretty cool.
Oh well, Sarsgaard was in it too in
Yeah, yeah, I
Chernobyl.
know. I was like, yeah, this guy. So two of them are from in Chernobyl in this
Yeah,
show.
and Chernobyl was just a fantastic
Yeah, it
miniseries
really
too.
was one of the best that I've seen in a long time.
So, guys, if you haven't seen Chernobyl, hop on HBO Max and watch it. It's great. It's
Yes,
well worth it.
well worth it. I think I've watched like 3 or 4 times easily. So, but anyway, I think he's one of my favorite
Yeah.
characters in this movie. Like, I thought he was awesome. Like, as the like lead bad guy, he's like telling the other captain, which I thought was funny. Whenever is talking to like his captain, like the guy like who's going off to, who's pretty much telling him to not say anything but the two officers who are killed, and then he
Yeah.
goes off and starts doing his own work. But then we never see that guy again. He's just gone after that. Maybe we see him later, but the first 3 episodes, he's just gone. What do you think
Yeah,
about
that's
the
interesting.
little droid?
It was all right. The stuttering kind of that's probably one thing that did get a little annoying was the stuttering because it wasn't a believable stutter because it's a damn robot anyways. How's a robot going to stutter?
And I guess the robots in Star Wars have feelings,
Why you say that?
because he seemed sad whenever he couldn't take him with him. He seemed
Yeah.
sad at certain points
Well,
of the story.
you've seen R2 get kind of down about
I
stuff.
don't remember him being exactly sad. I remember like the
Well,
third
not like
movie, he's
that,
like
but
an assassin, or Revenge of the Sith. He's like an assassin.
oh,
I don't know what he's doing. He's takes out like 30 troopers, but
and where was all that shit in the original
yeah,
trilogy?
yeah, exactly. Well, I know.
Plot
Yeah,
holes,
plot
plot
holes, big
holes.
time. I always thought that was funny. But yeah, I thought it was
But
okay. It wasn't horrible. It was okay. It wasn't as bad
yeah,
as
it's
Lilo Ren's in Force Awakens.
oh BB-8,
Yeah, I didn't like care too much for that one.
the
Yeah,
volleyball.
the volleyball.
But yeah, it's he was all right. But I did notice, and I was wondering what the hell because in the opening credits they already had him in it,
Yeah,
and I was like, "What's this? What I miss something?" And then yeah, they introduce him, and I was like, "Yeah, I can see why they did that." But he wasn't bad. It's just the stuttering kind of eh
yeah.
grated at times.
So I was wondering, where it kind of does a flashback between or from the opening, like when he's a child, and then later when he's grown up, when they're
Hmm.
at the village and that ship crashes. The girl who
Yeah.
gets shot, is that the same girl who he's friends with? That's the mechanic? Is
No,
it not? Are you sure?
no, she got shot. She's
I
dead,
didn't think she
man.
was dead. Like I thought they were taking her back to get,
Well, and then that could happen, but no, that I don't. That's not the same one.
okay. I was thinking she was the same girl, but I wasn't for
I
sure.
don't believe so.
Because I wasn't for sure if she died at that scene or not. She looked like she may have died, but wasn't 100% sure.
We'll have to find out, I guess, because for one, that was one thing that kinda got me. They didn't subtitle any of the Kasari language, so you have no clue. You just have
Yeah.
to go off of, uh, reactions and inflection and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know for sure she's dead. That's the way I was led to believe.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I can see your side too that, yeah, there's a possibility. Yeah, they could have taken her back and she recovered, but it looked like she was dead. You don't bring a blowgun to a blaster fight.
Which I thought the blowguns were pretty cool. That
Did you?
one guy who got shot like 30 times.
Yeah,
You're-
that's the one that killed her.
yeah, I just want to killed her, but that gave me Indiana Jones vibes. Whenever
Yeah,
I just thought that was funny. I like that.
yeah. And the Kasari stuff. Didn't you find it odd that there's no adults anywhere?
Now that you mention it, yeah, I didn't even think of that.
I'm like, is this just some damn Lord of the Flies planet? What's going on?
It's Peter Pan.
Yeah, I don't. I'm curious to see where they go with that. If that even gets addressed, better because that's just weird.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I didn't even notice it.
So I guess I don't know. We'll see what happens with that because there's a lot of Andor left to for this all these different multiple stories to play out.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll find out why there's a Lord of the Flies planet. Also, I'm curious why some crazy lady's just gonna kidnap a kid and take him from his planet for not really no reason. Yeah, he was gonna get killed once the Empire got there, but
Yeah, you think he would have went back? Like, I don't know why he was going crazy. Just because the girl got shot? Is that why he was going crazy and breaking
no,
everything?
because it's so that planet was so primitive. He had never seen his reflection. And it was freaking him out.
Oh, okay, okay.
At least that's the way I took it.
Huh.
Because it was after he saw his reflection in that screen is when he started breaking shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and he was just going crazy because he'd never seen anything like that.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, episode 1 sets the tone. Dark, gritty, and he's looking for his sister.
Yes.
His sister turns into a hoe.
But he says, like, when he's talking to the at the first
The
episode,
madam.
the madam, he
Mhm.
asked her for her name. Does he not know her name? I was a little confused. Like, do you not know your sister's name, or are you asking for the name she's going by? That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's trying to find get crumbs so he can look for the trail. Yeah, because they didn't speak English
Okay.
on their original planet. So, and obviously because in the flashback she's calling him Cassa. So that's his original name. Cassian is probably what the Andors gave him because he had to learn a whole new language from nothing.
Okay. Okay.
So, he's figuring his sister had to do the same. So, what name was she given or did she just take?
Okay. I got you.
So yeah, he's basically going off of nothing from what I can gather thus far. They may give us some more clues later on, but because in it's kind of skipping around, but yeah, the third episode at the end there, when his adopted mother and father come onto the ship, they're speaking English.
Yeah.
And I can see why they did that. Why they didn't give subtitles to the Cassian language because yeah, you got to show that these people are completely different or uh, totally opposite. So you can't. You're having to be communicate on a primitive level at the beginning, and that's what they're resorting us to by taking away those subtitles.
And his sister, which one his sister's the one that got shot, right?
No, the little girl that wakes him up saying "casa, casa."
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking it was the same girl.
No, the one that got shot was like the leader
Okay.
that he kind of looked up to. because you notice his face marking was the
Yes,
same
same
as
as hers.
hers.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if they had a thing or if he liked her or just admired
I think he
her
just
because she was the
admired her.
leader
She
or
a little too
whatever.
young for that. I think he admired her for how strong she was
Yeah,
because she was really kind of watching over him. It seemed, especially when he's put on the makeup,
yeah.
she's really watching him.
Makeup, man, war
Or
paint,
war
dude, war
paint,
paint.
war paint, same thing. War paint.
But yeah, it's
But
that's the kind of way I took those
it
things.
really surprises me that we can go from such good writing and a good show, and then go see the She-Hulk, see how bad writing is. Then we go back to the same network, the same company, and we see how good a show can actually be. Because the CGI looked great, it looked really good. Everything was so good on this show. I was so surprised. I really was
Oh yeah,
so
it's
surprised.
completely different. There was one time where the CGI lacked,
The
for
talking about
me at
the
least.
little animals.
Well, no, that it was truly noticeable was in that third episode when they're on the speeder escaping.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're escaping. I don't
It,
think
it
they look too
was
bad.
it was a little lackluster there, but compared to She-Hulk stuff, no,
Yeah.
this was epic.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Even the little like animals that peed on the droid at the first episode, even they looked
Yeah.
pretty. They look like almost as good as the wargs in Rings of Power. You know, that's it's crazy considering the amount of money they spent on that. So too.
So, episode 2, is this when Tim rats him out, or was that
Yes,
the
I
end
think
of
it was the end of
1?
one where he rats him out, and because he doesn't like that he's talking to his girl.
Yeah, another adult theme, jealous
Yeah,
boyfriend. You don't have that in little kid
yeah,
shows that
jealous
Disney does.
boyfriend. Yes, extremely jealous. But she even says to him that he'll do anything for me. So,
Yeah, somebody's whooped.
she's kind of hot though. So, ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's
Bix is really
yeah,
hot.
she hot.
That was one of the first things I noticed about that first
Yeah,
episode. I was like, "Holy cow, this girl is
yeah, yeah.
gorgeous."
She's gorgeous. She's awesome. Yeah, I definitely like her. She's a cool character. And she,
But yeah, and you got the local police being overzealous
he's getting his little crew
and
together on the second
getting
episode.
his crew together, even though his director told him not to. And that's when they get the tip that yeah, Cassian is the Kasari guy that killed the two cops. So I have to thank you for accepting this suggestion because this kind of makes up for you punishing me to do She-Hulk.
But
It almost makes up for it.
this is a really good show. It really is.
It
It's
is
a
a
really
good
good
show.
show.
It's a great
Yeah.
show, and I'm genuinely excited to see where it goes because so far everything's great on it. Writing's good, characters are amazing. You're actually interested in them,
Yes. Yes.
which is more than you can say for She-Hulk, Rings of Power, and
Yes. It shows how one
yeah. So
company
it's
can do good on one show, but then do piss poor on something else they don't really seem like they even care about. So
well, it's kind of different factions too. Yeah, Disney is the overseer, but they got Marvel and Lucas walled
well,
off.
look at the CGI compared to both. She Hulk and this is 100% different. It's crazy.
Well, and it also probably comes down to budgets too.
Well, it's Marvel. You think Marvel would have pretty good budget?
Yeah, but you got to look at how much saturation Marvel has out there.
Yeah.
They have so many different products being released, filmed, and released. Star Wars has fewer. Yeah, they still got a lot, especially compared to what in the 90s. But yeah, they're just gonna get divvy up pieces of the pie. But yeah, I would. Oh, I would kill to see the numbers of Andor against She-Hulk
Yeah, yeah, me too. It'd be great.
because Andor is going to get word of mouth. I'm already telling my friends about it. It has to be viewed. It's so good. It's an actual adult Star Wars show, and it's so far it's checked all the boxes for me. I love it. It's gritty, great writing. I can't praise this show enough. Right now, it's probably the best thing that's come out on Disney Plus.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I like The Mandalorian a lot, but first three shows, man, I'm really liking this one. It had more action than Mandalorian.
darker.
Uh, yeah, it's definitely grittier.
Let me ask you this though: the item that Andor has that he's trying to sell, what is that?
That is like I'm not a super hardcore Star Wars fan that goes and digs super deep into stuff, but from what they explained in the show, it's like a it's like a guidance thing that can show you all the different imperial routes, like hyperspace routes and stuff like that, so
Okay,
you can see where pretty much kind of see where anybody in the empire navy is,
or where they're going?
or the imperial navy.
Okay,
Yeah, it's kind of like a tracking type thing. And it's untouched, so it's fresh. It hasn't been tainted.
okay. How did it show how he got that? Because I don't remember seeing how he got that.
No, no, they didn't show that. That's what Sarsgaard's character is
Yeah,
doing.
that's right. That's right.
That's what he's more
Is
interested in than the actual
Yeah, in the
item.
third episode, he gets into how he got it, which I thought was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and that's what brings Andor to his attention is he wants to know how somebody actually went in because it's a heavily guarded type thing, and but Andor said he just walked in and got it. And you got to have you got to have some swagger to pull that off, man.
Yeah. But also how he explains it is that no one's expecting him to go in there. You know, the way he
Yeah,
looks, no one's expecting someone like that to just walk in on where they are. So,
yeah,
which is pretty well written. I liked it. And that whole
yeah.
fight scene. Also, I know we're like on the skipping to like the third episode, but that whole fight scene whenever all those giant engines are falling down, yeah, that
Yeah,
was pretty badass.
yeah. When he rigged them,
Yeah.
rigged that whole building for his escape. Yeah, that's and that third episode was the thing that sealed it.
Yeah.
That was so good, and I understand why they released three episodes at
Yeah.
once
Yeah. Yeah. I did.
because it builds, and then you get a lot of payoff in the third one. But then with that payoff, you have even more questions, and then just get you hooked. Like you want to know what happened when uh, he got taken as a kid, how he evolved, how he turned into what he is now,
Yeah.
and and you're excited to see because you can see the sparks because it's in that third episode it's showing what sparks all these different people, how they're going to end up joining this rebel movement and create the rebel alliance and everything. It's really cool. I enjoyed it. Love it, love it, love it. Can't wait for Wednesday.
Yeah. I want to watch Rogue One probably today or tomorrow, just so I can get a little bit more context of the show.
Dude, yeah, I'm gonna rewatch it myself because I haven't seen it since it first came out. But yeah, it's good.
You, you,
It's worth a
you know what I
watch.
think is funny is that there's only 3 episodes on this show, and it already gives you
Mhm.
more story, more action, more everything than what the first 6 episodes of Rings of Power has, or first 5 episodes. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Five, yeah, I was
yeah,
gonna say
yeah,
they're on
yeah.
six. I
First
thought they were
five,
five. Yeah.
yeah, because Yeah,
Yeah, and these episodes are a lot shorter
yeah,
too. Well, not a lot.
20,
They're what,
yeah,
15
20, 15,
minutes?
20 minutes. Because that's the last episode was like an
Yeah, like
hour,
the second
hour and 10
episode
minutes, I
was
think, on the last episode.
yeah, the second episode of this was the shortest and it was under 40 minutes. So
Yeah. Yeah, that show's really good. I mean, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I was completely hooked. Like I watched all three in a row. So
back
back
to
to
back.
back, yeah, back to back to back. Yeah, because
Nice.
it's that good.
See? See, when I suggest a show, it's a good thing. When you suggest a show, it's a travesty.
Are you a woman hater? Is that why you don't like She-Hulk? Are you a sexist bastard?
No, and that's the thing is I'm not. And that's why I see all their sexism that they're portraying.
Yeah, yeah, no,
And,
yeah.
but yet if you call them out on it, you're the one that's sexist. But oh well. We won't get
Mm.
into that. We have more episodes of that crap that we can rant on
Only
those
three more,
episodes.
sir.
Oh, thank God. That's one thing. I can't remember his buddy's name. Uh the one that came looking for him the night that he was gone. But
The one
I
that
love
tied that
the
plane to that rock. Yeah, that was
yes.
awesome.
That's
Yeah,
what I was gonna
that was
get
so
to.
awesome.
Yeah, and where he rigged their ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a fun show. It's entertaining. It's
I
great.
like how the captain is not at all a hardened veteran like his other guys. Like whenever they all get blown up and everyone is dying, he's just like stunned there. He's like stuck. His airs are ringing, and his captain's like, "Sir, get a grip. We gotta go." And he just doesn't know what to do.
Oh, the deputy
Yeah,
guy. Yeah, and the sergeant's yelling at him, "We gotta get out of here." Yeah. Uh, I'm wondering. I'm curious to see because yeah, he's an ass, but I don't know if that's going to be a turning point for him or if for him to do a 180 or if that's going to be an accelerator for him to keep going in the direction he
I think it's gonna make
was.
him more brutal, more violent.
You
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
Because I don't know. There was just something in the portrayal, like it was just such a dismay. Like he was questioning what he was doing. I don't know. That's kind of way I look at it, but it'll pan out with the rest of the season, and I'm just excited to see what's
Yeah,
going to
yeah, I
happen.
know. Exactly. Excited. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with this character and other characters. It's not
Yeah,
predictable by any
there.
means, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, there is a focus on Cassian, but that's not the only one that you're vested
Yeah,
in.
yeah. It sucks that his woman's boyfriend, he died. But I don't know why he would run towards the guards when they're telling him stop, don't go, no, stop
Well,
running.
because they hurt
Yeah,
her.
but still, I mean,
Common sense does not factor in the heat of the passion stuff, heat of the
and
moment.
you're right. You're right.
And that's the thing. Yeah, if you're passionate enough for somebody, you see someone that has hurt them, your instinct's going to kick in.
You're just gonna lose it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're going to go into that uh, fight or flight, and he chose fight and paid
yeah.
for
Paid
it,
for it.
and that's going to fuel her participation against them.
Yeah, yeah. Which I had a feeling he was gonna die within that. As soon as he called them over, I feel like he was gonna die some way. And sure enough.
I didn't feel like he was gonna die. I wanted him to because nobody likes a
Yeah,
rat.
exactly. I really did think he was gonna die.
Snitches get stitches, man.
Stitches get stitches, yes. Well, he was just looking out for her best interest, what he thought was her best interest. But you don't
No,
think so?
I will disagree on that. He was looking out for himself. He felt Andor or Cassian was moving in on his territory,
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
and he did not
I,
like
I can
that.
see that. Well, I don't think he liked where she was going, and he didn't like that. He thought that Cassian was moving on in on her.
Yeah, because the way he sees it from afar, Cassian shows up, her mood changes.
Yeah,
So he's thinking something's going on there. Then he sees him in the bar and reaches over and is holding his
Yeah.
arm. So that's what pushed him to that point to turn him in.
I think she'd be a little bit more careful, but I guess she trusts him enough to not spy on her, I guess.
Yes.
So, so that's what trust gets
Well,
you.
and no, that's a healthy relationship maybe where you think that your significant other's not going to spy on you. Does that mean because if they're spying on you, that's trust
I was always told
issues.
that's trust. If they're spying on you, that's trustworthy.
No.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
No. So,
No wonder my relationships have
what
been all.
bring bring your lady in on this, maybe she'd like to be part of this.
Maybe that's why she gets so mad when I'm always stalking her from afar. But anyways, yeah, this is a great show, and I'm really looking forward to the next episode. I really am. I will definitely be covering it. We will be watching it as soon as it drops. So
Yeah, it's
it's a
fun.
fun show. If you haven't checked it out, man, check it out. Especially if you're a Star Wars fan. Even if you're not a huge Star Wars fan like I am, still amazing. It's turning me into a Star Wars fan. If the other content was as good as this.
Mandalorian's
Yeah, that's the only
close.
other one that I've heard that is just amazing. And that first episode I watched was like, wow, that's really good. But I didn't have Disney Plus at the time. So
Yeah. Go back now that you got Disney Plus, well, and give it a shot because there's some big payoffs.
yeah.
There's some good fist pumping moments.
Yeah, I'll definitely go back
I'm
and
not
watch
going to
it.
spoil it
So
for
I'll
you,
definitely
but
go back and watch them. Well, this is our
yeah.
thoughts on the new show on from Disney Plus, Andor, new take on Star Wars universe, on a character that we've already know and a character that we could learn more about, which I thought was pretty awesome. I mean, I thought it was awesome. Trevor thought it was awesome.
Well, and you're learning about the birth of the Rebel Alliance too.
Yes, 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 indeed.
That's a cool little because you've always wondered, well, how did this stuff start? Now they're finally telling us.
And yeah, and it's not like it's all dark and gritty and looks awesome and story's even better. So I hope the next episode and an episode of that just gets better. I really do. So I'm looking forward to it. Every Wednesday comes out. So you can expect our reviews probably Wednesday nights or Thursdays. So you can expect our reviews to pop. So but anyways, we really appreciate you watching and peace out.